Right here. Here's where the judge rules against Arvid's answer.
That is incorrect.
Here's where I very politely question the judge's ruling.
This, Samuels, please sit down.
Here's where I question the judge's parentage. At this point, I make an emphatic gesture. She asked me to leave, so I left. I don't see what the fuss is all about.
Right, you didn't actually hit her with the chair.
One more loss and we're out of the playoffs. So what do you say, Mr. Moore?
About what?
If I'm suspended, taking over the team.
Oh, I'd rather not.
Mr. Moore, I'm desperate. Just think about it.
Class.
Morning, everybody.
Hi.
How was your weekend?
Sure. Rub it in.
Mr. Moore, we lost another meet on Friday by 12 points.
So I heard.
And Dr. Samuels got busted.
On the other hand, those of us not on the team had a terrific couple of days.
Mr. Moore, I just got the call. Team, I have an announcement. The Academic Competition Committee has suspended me.
We knew it.
I'm not allowed to coach. I'm not allowed to supervise practices. I'm not even allowed to be in the room where the matches are being held. But we're not quite dead. Filling in for me as coach will be one of Fillmore's finest teachers, Mr. Charlie Moore.
You don't want me. I'm not interested in killer competition. You want somebody like yourself, you know, a real tiger, a driver. Bobby Knight.
I know what I want. You're what I got.
Forget Dr. Samuels. It's no use. It's like getting a new jockey for a dead horse.
Yeah, it doesn't matter who coaches us, we're gonna lose anyway.
Yeah, it's just useless.
Okay, I'll do it.
Well, Mr. Moore, they're all yours.
Thank you, Dr. Samuels.
Take care of my team.
I'll try, Dr. Samuels.
I started the team, you know.
Yes, we know.
God, I'm gonna miss you kids.
Okay. You've been on a losing streak. That happens. I'm sure if we all concentrate, you might just win this Friday, okay? But now, the Roosevelt years. Darlene?
This isn't just any old meet, Mr. Moore. Friday, we're going up against Bronx Science.
Oh no, Bronx Science, Nightmare on Nerd Street.
Eric, if you can't be supportive.
Yeah. Take one of those zippers off your jacket and stick it on your mouth.
Okay. I want to know what's so special about Bronx Science.
They're just undefeated, that's all. They don't know the meaning of the word lose.
Well, a team with that limited a vocabulary shouldn't be that difficult to defeat.
Mr. Moore, they have Billy Chin.
I remember Billy Chin.
And they have the Ozawa sisters and Darwin Einstein.
Yeah.
Also bright, I presume.
Right. It's like getting run over by a truckload of encyclopedias.
Now, I think you can win this Friday.
Well, how?
Franklin Delano Roosevelt. You know, one of his most famous quotes became a rallying cry for this country. We have nothing to fear but fear itself.
Kid stuff, Mr. Moore. March 4th, 1933, his inaugural address.
That's very good, Alan. Can you tell me from whom he borrowed the phrase? It's from the journals of Henry David Thoreau, who said, "Nothing is so much to be feared as fear." Roosevelt knew that this nation's people were sound. When a situation is really serious, one thing that can defeat us is panic.
So it's all a matter of confidence, right?
Right.
I get it. You're telling me we can beat Bronx Science. Now, if I tell Sarah we can beat Bronx Science, and Sarah tells Alan we can beat Bronx Science, and Alan tells Janice we can beat Bronx Science, well, then we just might beat Bronx Science.
There's only one small detail.
What?
Who's gonna tell Bronx Science?
Thanks.
Oh, Charlie, hi.
Morning.
How's the coaching?
Well, I spent most of yesterday's practice session trying to build the team's confidence.
Well, don't you see, Charlie? It's not fair. I mean, Dr. Samuels got himself disqualified, but you're going to be the one to take the blame when the team misses the playoffs for the first time in history.
Bernadette, nobody's lost yet.
Charlie, it's Bronx Science. Billy Chin, the Ozawa sisters, Darwin Einstein. I mean, sure, you know history and you know some English, but how can you help them with calculus and astrophysics and microbiology? You're outgunned.
Shucks, I know that, ma'am, but I got me a secret weapon.
Okay, Mr. Moore, let me get this straight. This idea of yours is to have 6 coaches instead of 1.
Exactly.
Good. If the meet goes according to form, they can all be pallbearers. I know, but out. I'm out.
Look, you're the best. I think you deserve the best. Now, we have so much to do in so little time that I think the rest of the faculty can help us just brush up on our basics, get us up to running speed.
Right. It's just like football. Backfield coach, line coach, batting coach.
Don't let him answer any sports questions.
Okay, it's me for history, Mr. Dorfman for economics, Miss Colby, math, Mr. Schneider, English, Miss Hodges for the arts, and Miss Wasinski for science.
You think they'll do it?
Part-time. I mean, I've spoken to all of them. They want to help you. They're behind you 100% on this. And I've asked them to meet me here at 3 o'clock this afternoon. I think it's going to be togetherness and teamwork, camaraderie.
Desperation.
Oh, Charlie, this was in your box, and Miss Hodges just called. She can't help you out after all. She's got a Lamaze class every night this week.
She's not pregnant. She's not even married.
I mentioned that. She said, why wait to the last minute?
Seems Miss Wasinski can't make it either.
No science?
Oh, her cat is sick. Probably an impacted fur ball.
You're alone, Charlie. Not one teacher's going to lift a finger to help you.
Well, 4 out of 6 is not bad. If the birth goes well or the cat's feeling better, I'll be in my room.
Mr. Moore? I'm Stephanie Schneider. My daddy's Mr. Schneider, the English teacher. Daddy can't come to your meeting. He has to drive me to ballet class.
It's okay.
Usually Mom drives me, but she broke her glasses.
Oh, well, it's okay.
Actually, Dad broke her glasses.
It's okay.
Sorry.
It's okay. Mr. Dorfman.
I'm sorry, Charlie, but I can't stay. My wife is sick. We think it's measles.
You think that
Well, if it's not measles, it's something. Maybe it's chickenpox. I'm not a doctor. The point is, she's really sick, and I can't help you.
Well, I suppose I can handle history and economics. Hope your wife is better.
I can't lie, Charlie. My wife is fine.
Really?
Oh, smarten up, Charlie. Dr. Samuels loves that team. He's warped on the subject. Anybody remotely associated with them missing the playoffs is going to be on his hit list for a long, long time.
I was counting on you.
I know. I'm sorry, Charlie. I have a nice class schedule now. Normal students. One false move, and I'm back teaching economics to terrorists.
I just thought if we all pitched in.
No. This is Bronx Science, Charlie. Billy Chin and the Ozawa sisters. The Einstein kid. Your history.
Apparently, I'm also economics.
You're also math. Mrs. Colby can't come either.
Mr. Moore, nice to see you again.
Well, same here, Billy.
Oh, these are the Ozawa sisters, Pat and Sally.
Hi.
And Darwin Einstein.
Hi.
So, I hear Dr. Samuels got busted and you're coaching the team?
Good news travels fast.
Gee, that's tough. What a time to come up against us. We're on a major roll, as you know.
Well, so I've heard.
But you never know, Mr. Moore. You're a great guy. You could always pull off a miracle.
We'll certainly try.
Good luck.
Okay, good luck to all of you. Well, okay, everybody ready for Bronx Science? Little tension, huh?
Tension? All night long, I dreamt there was a time bomb ticking in my room somewhere. It was just ticking and ticking, louder and louder. I mean, if I didn't find it and submerge it in water, I'd be blown to bits. When I woke up, I was lying on the bathroom floor and my alarm clock was in the toilet.
Look, don't panic, but I think we're all experiencing a little pre-meet fear.
How do we get rid of it?
Well, there's nothing scarier than an opening night, but there are exercises we could do to take the edge off stage fright.
Mr. Moore, we're talking about Bronx Science, not Hello Dolly.
Come on, listen, it's gonna be fun. Now, all you have to do is make the dopiest, silliest face you can think of.
Oh, well, that's not fair, Mr. Moore. Arvid has a head start.
Why don't you show me your version of Arvid's face? You're a great mimic. Now, come on. Show me his body, too. Just be Arvid for a minute. Give me his face. Okay, and tell me who wrote Rhapsody in Blue.
George Gershwin.
Okay, give me a pose. Give me a face. Give me. I think I know who you are, but tell me. No, come on. From whom was the Virgin Islands purchased?
Denmark, 1917.
Good. Okay, Jawaharlal, you and Maria, come on. Hit a pose. Hit a pose together. Now, let me see those faces and tell me the first peacetime president from the United States to visit Soviet Russia.
Richard Nixon.
Uh-huh. And when was that?
1972. Ooh.
What a year. Okay, Arvid, take her place. Okay, what, you hold it? Okay. Kasai.
Reverend Zaire.
Okay, Simone?
Simone.
Show me a face. Show me a body. Okay, tell me the name of Pulitzer's first newspaper.
St. Louis Dispatch.
Okay, Janice, you and Al. Come on, quick, quick. Do a pose, that's right. Show me some faces and tell me the first capital of New York State.
Manhattan.
Uh-huh. When did it move?
Moved to Albany in 1797.
Yes, it did. Okay, Sarah, come on, quick. Give me a face. Give me a face. Boy, with a face like this, I want to know who won the Nobel Prize for Literature in 1954.
Mm-hmm. Earth.
Who?
Mm-hmm.
Stay. You pose with her. Strike a pose with her. And give me a face. Give me a face. Give me a face. Faces. Okay, everybody, join them. Join them. Make one big strange face. Come on. Let me see those faces now. Are you guys winners or losers? Show me the faces.
A wall of nerds. No, Mr. Moore, I understand. If you can't beat them, scare them.
No, that was great. Just relax. Take a break. I think we're on to something here. I'll be back in a minute, okay? Hold on. Eric. Look, you're a bright kid. You're a good kid. I like you. Are you working for Bronx Science?
I'm sorry, Mr. Moore. They just looked really silly.
Well, that's the point, Eric. I mean, they're being silly, you know? They're just relaxing, loosening up. Obviously, this meet doesn't mean very much to you. And at the moment, I'm not sure what it means to me. But they are your friends, aren't they?
Some of them. Okay, all of them. Maybe I've been a little rough on them lately.
A little rough?
Look, I don't know why I do it. No, you know what? I do know why I do it. 'Cause I'm mad at them. I mean, they were great, but lately they lose a few and they just roll over and play dead. They're a bunch of crybabies. I just think they're better than that.
Why don't you try telling them that instead of undermining them? See, if you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem.
I'm not on that team.
Well, at least you could be on their side.
Mr. Moore?
Eric, please, the last thing that we need at this moment is your mouth.
Yeah. Hey, look. I'm sorry, okay?
You're sorry. Sorry you didn't get in a couple of more zingers before we march out there to our doom.
See, you hear that? Doom. That's why I'm bugged. I mean, that's why I zing you guys a lot lately. You deserve it. That's right. Look, I've been watching you and your academic team for a long time now. I think I know you pretty well. But I never seen you turn to dog food like this before. And I'll tell you why. There's only one reason you lost 4 in a row. You lost 4 in a row because you forgot who you are. I mean, don't you get it? You're the best. You think Bronx Science is this killer team? Well, you're wrong. You're the killer team. And you got no business losing to anybody. Not even Bronx Science. Okay? So look, just do what Mr. Moore said. Fear nothing but fear.
Mr. Moore didn't say that. Roosevelt did.
Shut up, Janice. Face it, you may be nerds, but you're the best nerds in New York City. And I'm proud to call you my friends.
Hey, thanks, Eric.
Thanks, Eric.
Now look, if you're the kind of friends that I think you are, you're gonna go out there and you're gonna kick some Bronx butt.
My retard!
No, it's not allowed.
I don't care anymore. It's too important. I've got to talk to them. I got to bring them up for this. They won't be ready.
Dr. Samuels, you never know. I never know.
Mr. Moore, if this continues, I am fully prepared to disqualify your team.
What continues?
That.
I'll get it.
A warning, Mr. Moore. Any fancy footwork, and you'll be out there with Dr. Demento. Are the teams ready? Question number 1. Literature. From the expression, hoisted on his own petard, what is a petard? Fillmore.
A petard is a small bell-shaped bomb used in medieval times to breach a wall or city gate.
Correct.
Also a firecracker.
Also correct.
It's from the French.
Question number 2, science. What is polymerization? Fillmore.
Polymerization is the joining of 2 or more of the same molecules to form one larger molecule.
Correct. Fillmore.
What's going on? Talk to me, Dorsman.
We're on a roll. Our kids are ahead, 12-3.
Maybe I lucked out. Maybe Moore can pull this off.
The molten material which exists below the solid rock of the Earth's crust.
Correct.
12-4.
So they lose 1 or 2. Moore can handle it.
The economic consequences of the peace.
Correct.
12-5.
They're folding. Him and his relaxation exercises.
The Boer War was fought between the British and South African settlers of French, German, and Huguenot descent.
Correct.
Ferdinand de Lesseps.
Stone Age and the Iron Age.
Calder.
Neville Chamberlain.
The dew point.
The melting point of tungsten carbide is 2,870 degrees centigrade.
A tropical leguminous tree, native to Madagascar, and its correct Latin name is Delaunix regia.
Correct.
We're ahead by 8. There's only 8 questions left. They have to get them all right just to tie. No way, Jose.
The score is now tied. We will now go to sudden death. The first correct answer wins the meet. I will ask a 2-part question. Do not buzz in until I finish. One of the most famous quotes of President Franklin D. Roosevelt was, "The only thing we have to fear is fear itself." When did he say this? I warned you it was a 2-part question. And who originated the phrase? The question goes to the Bronx High School of Science.
The only thing we have to fear is fear itself was part of President Roosevelt's inaugural speech on March 4th, 1933. And
who originated the phrase? Bronx Science?
Eleanor Roosevelt?
I'm sorry, Mr. Chin, that is incorrect. Fillmore?
A version of the quote appears in Thoreau's journals, as nothing is so much to be feared as fear. And we win!
I appreciate the sentiment, although Mr. Moore does deserve some of the credit.
Well, I guess I should turn the team back over to you, Coach. I mean, after all, you made them what they are today. All I did was teach them how to relax, right?
Yeah.
It's a good pace.
Congratulations.
Oh, same to you.
Somebody ought to talk to them in a language they can understand.
Yeah.
So, thanks for the language.
Well, you took the words right out of my mouth. John L. Lewis, Walter Reuther, Jimmy Hoffa.
And the question is, name 2 labor leaders and an underwater statue.
Thank you, great Swami, but there's a little more to it than that. You see, before men like this organized labor unions, people could be asked to work incredible hours under dangerous conditions for practically no pay.
Oh, sure, Mr. Moore, take the workers' side.
Alan, labor unions can offer some benefits. Okay, say that there's an aspect of my job that prevents me from doing my work. An example of this might be...
Mr. Moore, this is really important. I have an invitation for one of my lucky IHP students to appear on television.
Wonderful.
And the important part is the name of the show, Open Forum.
Open Forum? That's Lawrence P. Whitley's show. I love him.
Who doesn't? Intellectual, novelist, mountain climber, the king of conservatism.
Well, not only that, he's verbose, he's repetitive and redundant. He says the same things over and over again and again and again. He keeps repeating himself on and on and on.
Thanks anyway, Dr. Samuels, but if you don't mind, I'll wait for David Letterman to call.
I don't think you'll have to worry, Dennis.
You're right. There's only one person in this class who belongs on Open Forum with that right-wing crypto-fascist plutocratic sleazebag.
Alan. Thank you. Thank you. everyone. I humbly accept the invitation.
But there is one little technicality. The open forum people have requested essays from each of you stating why you would like to appear on the show.
But I thought that I was...
Alan, this is a democracy. Everyone gets a chance. Of course, when Whitley reads your essay, he'll think he's grown another right wing. Go team!
Anybody else who wants one of these applications, come get it. So nobody else is going to apply.
You heard Dr. Samuels. It's a pointless exercise.
Yes, Alan's got it all sewn up.
I'm pleased. At least your greed didn't drive you to try to get the $400. Good morning.
Good morning, Charlie.
Want to try that again with a little more conviction?
I'm sorry. I'm a little worn out from going to classes every night.
Well, think of the professional advantages of having a doctorate in teenage psychology. I mean, I envy you. You'll be Dr. Mira. That'll drive Dr. Samuels crazy.
Well, he'll probably change his title to Emperor.
Well, has the mail come yet?
I'm just sorting it now.
Well, don't sort. Look!
Well. Open forum, Lawrence P. Whitley.
Well, don't just stand there for the thing open.
Well, better go to class. Well, I tell you what, why don't we share it with the class? Morning, everybody. Good morning, sir. How are you? Good morning. How are you? You all know Dr. Samuels, of course.
Yeah. Will you get to it?
Oh, yeah. I tell you what, Dr. Samuels, be my guest. This is a letter he's very curious about. I'm going to let him open it.
Class, I hold in my hand the envelope with the name of the student who will appear on Open Forum. Whoever he or he may be, and the winner is...
Dennis?
What do you want? They picked Blunden.
Tell me it's a mistake, please.
Huh. Selected to appear, Dennis Blunden. First alternate, Alan Pinkard.
Oh, hey, they're right. After Dennis, Alan is the funniest.
Congratulations, Dennis.
Thank you.
Whitley picked Dennis? That joker? That buffoon?
I prefer to think of myself as a comedic engineer.
I'll check on this.
Well, I think we should congratulate our winner and our alternate.
Alternate? That means nothing. It's like vice president.
Right. Alan, you can't win them all.
And Mr. Moore, this is insane. I worked 10 hours on my application. I defended Reaganomics, nuclear arms, and I even came out in favor of acid rain. Now, Dennis, what could you have possibly written to top that?
Yeah, Dennis, I'd be curious to hear this too.
Sure. Well, let's all hear it. Do you mind reading it aloud, Dennis?
Sure. And not a big deal. Dear Mr. Whitley, if warmth and human compassion were string, you wouldn't have enough to tie your shoes. Your every appearance is living proof that the phrase conservative thinker is an oxymoron. I find more political interest in one episode of the new Leave It to Beaver. And I wouldn't be on your stupid show for 1,500 double cheeseburger Whoppers. Respectlessly yours, Dennis Blunden. Right?
I've got him on the show? This is crazy.
No, it's obvious. Alan, Whitley's show is about confrontation. I mean, you agreed with everything that the man has ever said. Naturally, he wants Dennis on the show.
No, we cannot let Dennis represent the IHP on television.
Hey, Senator, listen up. I wasn't pulling Whitley's chain. I don't want to be on this stupid show.
Oh, that's a relief.
A relief? What is that supposed to mean?
Well, you know you are, Dennis. I mean, I don't want to sound like negative or anything, but You're a jerk.
Yeah, Dennis, you try to be funny and you'd end up embarrassing the entire IHP.
That's true. You'd probably show up in a chicken suit.
Or have Chinese food delivered right on the show.
Or remember, like the time you accepted the Junior Astronomy Award in a Darth Vader mask.
Well, maybe the show does need a little lightening up.
Mr. Moore, we are not talking about lightening up. We are talking about humiliation. Dennis can't be serious. All we'd be getting is a loose cannon that would sink the reputation of this class.
Oh, wait a minute, Alan.
No, that's okay, Mr. Moore. They're right. They're right. I'm crazy. I've been given a golden opportunity to pull some classic stunts on Whitley, and I was thinking of not going.
Look, Dennis,
No,
you can't...
thank you. Thank all of you. The Chosen One will appear on TV.
Mr. Moore!
Mr. Moore, here is a deeply troubled young man who desperately needs some help from you.
Well, that's what teachers are for.
Tell him.
Mr. Moore, why is it that bad things happen to good people? Or in Dennis's case, why do good things happen to despicable people?
We've got to keep Dennis from appearing on the show. Now, you go talk to him, you hear me? Misfit the misfit.
Look, they picked Dennis. For whatever reason, they liked his application. They chose him. Now, I happen to think that a battle of wits between Dennis and Whitley could be interesting.
It's not going to be a battle of wits. It's going to be a wit against a half-wit, and I'll tell you exactly how he's going to do it. He'll start off by telling a joke.
So then, Admiral Poindexter says, the answer is 2 of us. One of us to screw in the light bulb, and the other one to deny it.
I am at a loss, sir, to ascertain the purpose of this facetiousness.
Well, so am I. But then who cares? It's not like anybody actually watches your show anyway, huh? Excuse me, won't you? No, there was supposed to be mustard here. I ordered mustard. Am I right? Did I order mustard? Huh?
What is the reason for this behavior, sir?
Boredom, Larry. Sheer boredom. I think that's the reason. You know, at least Oprah Winfrey deals with real issues. Hi, I'm Oprah Winfrey. Today's subject, men who wear animal suits and the women who love them.
Enough. Enough. Who is responsible for this living educational malfunction?
Charlie Moore.
Do you want that on your head?
Stop worrying, Dr. Samuels. Dennis is going to be terrific.
Excuse me, Mr. Moore. I need your opinion about the show.
Sure. What do you need?
What do you think? With or without the tie?
Without.
Yeah, I think you're right. Besides, it'd clash with my hat.
Dennis, hold on. You're in luck. During lunch hour, I found 1,001 tasteless jokes for any occasion. Could come in handy, eh?
Thanks, Mr. Moore.
Mr. Moore, you're helping him.
It's what teachers are for.
Dennis! Here it is. We are laying it on the line. If you promise not to go in open forum, we will, 1, do all of your homework in our various areas of expertise from now until the end of the school year.
2, any financial obligations you have with us on an individual or collective basis are hereby forgiven. 3, no more derogatory remarks about your glandular condition.
Come again?
No more fat jokes.
Sounds real tempting, girls, but sorry. Go on, go on, go on. Hey, you got it?
Is he beautiful or what?
Perfect!
Now listen, you gotta hurry up, because my cousin's waiting outside for me.
Don't worry, this ain't gonna take long. I'm just gonna go in there for...
Hi, Mr. Moore.
Hi, guys. How are you?
See ya.
Good to see you.
Again. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Isn't that better? Come on. Once again. In, out. Keep it going. Dr. Samuels is experiencing a little anxiety.
Over Dennis appearing on Open Forum, huh?
It's the end of that small pocket of civilization I call the IHP. Mr. Moore, they'll take it away from me.
Dr. Samuels.
Dr. Samuels, Dennis's behavior is normal for the mid-adolescent years. Teenagers assert their individuality by acting in ways that are most at odds with the expectations of authority.
Thank you, Miss Mira. It helps so much to know that Dennis is supposed to be a jackass.
Dr. Samuels, did you ever think that the Blunden you see is not the Blunden you see?
Mr. Moore, your lights are on, but no one's home.
Dr. Samuels? Meet Dr. Samuels. I named him after you, sir. I thought I'd take him on the show to argue against Whitley's Latin American policies. He's from there, you know.
Dr. Samuels?
Dr. Samuels?
Shut up!
Shut up!
Get out!
Get out!
Get out of my office!
Get out of my office!
Come on, Dr. Samuels. Let's go learn our jokes from Mr. Whitley.
Mr. Whitley.
Nice bit. I'm impressed.
Stop encouraging him! My God, I feel like I'm trapped in a horror movie.
Charlie, I think the child's setting up the patient.
Give it back.
Thank you. Come on.
Give it
Breathe
back.
in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Good.
Hey, Dennis, you got a minute?
Sure.
Yeah, I was just curious about what else you had cooked up for the show.
You're really interested.
Nobody likes a good joke better than I do.
Okay. I thought I'd start with, Knock Knock.
Who's there?
Khomeini.
Khomeini who?
Khomeini missiles did Reagan sell to Khomeini? Then we do foreign affairs. When I'm old enough, I hope to have one.
But I want to tell you. No, but seriously.
Okay. If he starts in on Star Wars, I counter him with a slightly more traditional weapon. The old pie in the face. What do you think of that?
I love it.
You sure? I mean, I don't want to overdo it. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
Oh, you're right.
Mr. Moore, what's the catch?
There's no catch. It is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. If you want to use it to hit Whitley in the face with a pie, I'm all for it. I think if I had the opportunity, though, I'd want to leave him standing there with a little reason and logic dripping off his face.
And you're subtly suggesting I try to do that.
Not at all. I think you should do what you want to do.
Okay. Okay, let's just say for laughs, I decide to take Whitley on. What am I going to say? What would you say to get through to a guy like that?
Me?
Yeah.
Well, I'd probably start out by outlining something.
But, Mr. Moore, surely among our rights is the right to fail. In a free society, there are winners and losers. Businesses go bankrupt every day. Should we shed tears?
Now, they don't go bankrupt if they're Chrysler or the Continental Bank. Who bails out the little man?
Government protection for all, Mr. Moore.
Well, if not protection, at least a level playing field. I mean, individual freedom is freedom of opportunity, is it not?
Well, I suppose so.
So, therefore, society is responsible for guaranteeing each of its citizens an equal opportunity to be self-supporting and to live with dignity.
Yes, I think you're right. The changes that you propose would benefit all people.
I think you see my point.
I do, darn it, I do. Mr. Moore, never in the 20 years that this program has been on the air has the liberal viewpoint been explained so succinctly, yet eloquently. How could I have been so blind? I can now at last see that liberalism may, nay, let me go so far as to say, does have a profound and unequivocal value. Because of what you have said here today, I feel compelled to reevaluate all the thinking of my entire career. Mr. Charlie Moore, I surrender. May I shake your hand?
So I think it could be done. I'm not suggesting that you do anything other than what you want to do.
Why not? Why aren't you trying to stop me like everybody else?
Well, let's just say I'm the only one with a sense of humor.
Or maybe you're just trying the old psychological trick where you keep agreeing with me till I come to my senses. Mm-hmm. I'm a little too smart for that, Mr. Moore.
Dennis, I'm agreeing with you because I know you're smart and because I think you know exactly what you're doing.
You do?
Mm-hmm. I think it's about time we let the class in.
Mr. Moore, you can't let him do that. Let's go. Wait a minute. Let him do it.
Everybody, just relax, okay? I'm gonna tell you a little story.
Weezer, the early years?
Well, I was a senior in high school, and I grew a really ugly beard. Okay? Not a single day went by, but what someone didn't say, Charlie, shave off the beard. I mean, my parents, my teachers, my friends, even my girlfriend. So one day, I come to school and somebody says, Charlie, the beard's gone. How come? It's because yesterday, nobody told me to shave. You got it?
No.
What I don't get is why you guys thought I was such a dope. I mean, do you really think that I would waste a golden opportunity to tell off a guy like Whitley by pulling a bunch of childish pranks?
Well, what would you say, Dennis?
I don't know. Maybe I'd start off by telling them that there's 2.5 million gifted kids in this country. And a lot of them end up dropping out of public schools because they can't get into classes like ours. And why? Because there's not enough money, or at least not for education. Maybe then I'd remind them of something Thomas Jefferson said, that this country's greatness depends on an aristocracy of achievement arising out of a democracy of opportunity.
Got it. Dennis was acting like a clown because we all expected him to act like one.
Dennis, I should have had more faith in you. Sorry, old buddy.
Sorry, Dennis.
Dennis, Mr. Whitley is my personal hero. I guess I was just a little jealous when he picked you instead of me. What I'm trying to say is good luck to you on the show. I'm sure you'll do a fine job, and I'm proud to have you represent the IHP on television.
Alan, I said I didn't want to go on his show, and I meant it. I still don't. Alan, it's yours.
Dennis, that is the greatest, most unselfish thing that anyone has ever done for me.
Well, I guess when it comes to judging people, we all learn something about making assumptions, huh?
And I've learned something special about faith.
Which is?
If you have faith and you hang in there, eventually you get what you want.
Well, at least everything worked out for the best.
Not what I expected. All's well that ends well.
Hello, I'm Lawrence P. Whitley, and this is Open Forum. Today we're addressing the question of what kind of educational programs best serve high-ability students. With us today, Yolanda Stein of Brooklyn Tech, Robert Wu of Oak Hills Academy, and Darlene Merriman of Fillmore High. Alan Pinkard, originally scheduled to represent Fillmore's individualized honors program, will not be appearing today due to an unpropitious attack of measles. I have never had the misfortune of acquiring that malady, and I would prefer to maintain the status quo.
He mentioned my name. How can you not love this guy?
So he loved her and he left her. She had no right to boil his rabbit.
Dennis, come on, it's just a movie.
Hey, Fatal Attraction is more than just a movie. Fatal Attraction is a warning to all men. As of this moment on, I am swearing off women.
Good. Only 16 years after they swore off you.
You telling me that movie didn't freak you out?
Well, you know, it got me thinking a little bit. Maybe I should change my social outlook.
Hi.
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 Listen, I've been thinking. I know you've been a little nervous about going out with me, and I understand that. You know, because I have this reputation as being, well, indiscriminate and insincere. But I want you to know, I've been rethinking my life.
Eric, I've been thinking too, and I've been unfair. You've asked me out, and I've always said no because I've been afraid. But I think that underneath a macho front, you're sensitive and caring. And I realize that in here, you'd never do anything to hurt me. So I'm willing to take a chance on Saturday night.
You're asking me out?
You're right, I'm being too forward.
No. Forward's great. Saturday night. This is great.
Hi, guys. Hi. Hi, Dennis.
Don't hi me. I'm never talking to another woman again as long as I live. I'm serious. Last night, Eric and I saw the scariest movie of all time.
You saw Surf Nazis Must Die?
No, Nimrod. Fatal Attraction.
I thought it was pretty neat.
Neat? A married guy has an innocent affair with a beautiful blonde, and this blonde not only wants the guy's heart, she wants to cut it out with a butcher knife? I hardly find that neat.
Dennis, grow up. It's only a movie.
Really?
Take our seats, please. You know, I saw a movie last night that was not only a movie. Matewan. You know, it was about the labor wars in the West Virginia coal mines in the 1920s. It's really rare that you see a movie that is both so moving and so historically accurate.
Here we go. How film depicts history.
Right. Well, movie makers do distort history a little to boost the box office, don't they? Think about Cleopatra. Elizabeth Taylor, Richard Burton. I mean, was this really a little slice of life on the Nile? Since we know that Emiliano Zapata was not the illiterate peasant that the filmmakers portrayed him as being, then we have to ask ourselves, was the movie Viva Zapata truly fair to the history of the Mexican people?
Well, then I have to ask, was the movie Viva Las Vegas truly fair to Elvis?
Okay, we'll answer that tomorrow. And remember, be sure to choose a film with a historical storyline. Be prepared to discuss it in class.
Oh, Little Big Man. It's playing at a revival theater in the village. Oh, come on, you guys. It's perfect. It shows the Indians as heroes and Custer as a total jerk.
You want to go?
Don't be ridiculous. It makes a mockery out of manifest destiny.
Jawaharlal?
Well, I can't make it, but thanks. Besides, it's the wrong kind of Indians.
Eric, do you want to see Little Big Man with me tonight?
Tonight?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, sure. I love that movie. Dustin Hoffman and Feathers, right? All right, what time?
8 o'clock at the Waverly. I'll meet you in front, okay?
All right, great.
Are you crazy? You see Fatal Attraction with me last night, and now you're gonna go out with Maria, Miss Looney Tunes?
I'm not going out with her. I finally got a date with Simone. You think I'm gonna mess that up?
Oh, first it's a movie for a homework assignment. Then it's a candlelit dinner for two. Next thing you know, she's kidnapping your daughter.
Dennis, get a life. I'm going to a movie with a classmate. It's not a date. I'm not gonna kiss her. Why did I kiss her?
You kissed her? What are you, crazy?
What can I tell you? I have heat-seeking lips.
I can't believe this.
Look, I have an image to maintain. They expect it.
On the cheek or on the mouth?
Mouth.
Oh, open or closed?
Open, but it was nothing.
You've had it. Now she's gonna start smiling at you in class, and then it's gonna be, oh, Eric, why don't we do our homework together? And then you know what's gonna happen? You're gonna get hit with the 3 R's. Responsibility, regret, and revenge. Well, congratulations, pal. You have just committed suicide.
Hi. I had a really good time last night.
Yeah, it was some movie, huh?
Uh-huh. Oh, I rented the tapes of the other films that we talked about. Little Bighorn, Tonka, They Died with Their Boots On. I thought we could start looking at them today after school.
Today? No, I don't think that today's gonna be good for me.
Well, we could do it tomorrow if you want.
Tomorrow?
Oh,
we got
gotta both over two of us.
Are you trying to brush me off?
No.
Good, because I know you wouldn't be that irresponsible.
What if she tells Simone?
What if? It's a sure thing. Count on it.
That could ruin everything.
Yeah.
I mean, Simone means a lot to me. Maria's just... She wouldn't.
Nah, of course not. And the crazy girlfriend in Fatal Attraction didn't show up at the husband's apartment either.
Nah.
Yeah.
Honey, I'm home.
Hi, dear.
Hi, hon. Mwah.
Look who's dropped by. An old school friend.
Hello, Eric.
Maria. Hi.
Oh, why don't you two talk over old times? I'll go check on Erica. Lay out your pajamas.
You kissed me, Eric. Do you think you can get rid of me that easily?
Maria, it was one kiss. It was years ago.
But it's a kiss that will last a lifetime. I love you. Don't you understand?
Maria, you can't love me. I'm happily married.
Well, you should have thought about that before you burned your lips into my soul. I'm yours forever, Eric. Either you tell Simone, or I will.
Look, Maria, I'm not telling her, and neither are you.
Well, then you leave me no choice. I guess I'm gonna have to take more drastic measures.
Look, Maria. I saved Eric's leather jacket from high school.
Oh, let me touch it. Let me hold it.
Maria? Maria? Maria?
Yes?
Hi.
You just called me.
Yeah, I just want to tell you I'm not gonna be able to watch all those movies with you.
I rented those movies so we could watch them together. You can't just ignore me, Eric. You owe me.
Maybe you're right. Life is imitating the movies.
Just be glad we didn't see the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Okay. Movies Make History, Part 2. I assume you all chose a film.
Right.
One at a time, please. Sarah?
The Halls of Montezuma. Richard Widmark battles the Japanese, played by the Chinese. I thought I'd compare it to Platoon.
Well, you could compare Platoon to the Green Berets. John Wayne shows us how to win the war in Vietnam without losing his toupee. Darlene?
Birth of a Nation. I'm really intrigued how a movie can be considered a classic when the good guys are the Ku Klux Klan.
That's an interesting point. Do we judge a work of art by its politics? Dennis, what do you got?
Oh, they saved Hitler's brain. Nazis on a Greek island flourish under the leadership of Hitler's still living head. I think this warrants discussion.
Alan?
Patton, of course.
Of course. Simone?
Dr. Zhivago.
The Russian Revolution. Is this a realistic portrayal or Siberian soap opera?
Well, I think it's pretty far off historically, but I couldn't resist the way they show the power of love and faith and trust. I guess I'm just kind of into that now.
Maria?
Oh, Eric and I thought that we'd work together and we'd start with Little Big Man and then compare all the films that depicted Custer.
That sounds like a very challenging project.
Somebody's gonna get scalped.
What's the matter, Eric? Lose your Billy Idol button?
And I think he shorted out his hairdryer.
Oh, the new comedy team, Laurel and Heartless.
Simone. She dumped him again.
I knew she'd never really go out with him.
Women. Beasts.
Look, man, I'm in trouble. Maria called my house 5 times last night.
See? Do I know my psychos or do I know my psychos? What'd she say?
I wasn't home. She left messages with my mother, all sounding very urgent. I mean, my mom's used to getting 2 or 3 calls a night, but 5? I mean, I admit it, you're right. She's obsessed with me. Look, man, I gotta tell her to get off my case.
No, you can't do that. We're talking about Maria here. Battery's not included.
What am I gonna do? I gotta talk to somebody. Hey, maybe Mr. Moore can help me.
Hey, wake up, leather boy. Mr. Moore does not want to get involved in your love life. The man's your teacher, not your analyst. I think you have to face the grim reality on this one, Eric. You're all alone in this.
What did you do to this woman?
I kissed her.
You two-bit yuppie Romeos are all alike. I mean, you think you can kiss any woman, any place, and you come running to me, expect me to clean up your mess. I'll tell you something. I don't have time for it, okay? I got problems of my own. You want my advice? Keep your lips to yourself. Get out of here.
But you're the police. You're supposed to help me.
Listen, Buster. Sniffing leather is not a crime. Let's look at what you have. You have a beautiful, trusting wife. You have a lovely home. Is that good enough for you? No. You're gonna throw it all away just to prove you're macho, man. Now get out of here. I'm up to my hips in real homicides.
Hi.
Hi.
Eric, I tried reaching you all last night. I have to talk to you. It's important.
Sure. Well, whatever, Maria. After class, okay? Listen, that's it, man. I've had it. I gotta tell Simone before Maria blows the whistle on me.
Good luck, pal. Wish I was going out there with you.
Okay, if we could take our seats, please. And before we begin the reports, Dennis, I believe you owe me a film.
Fatal Attraction.
No, Dennis.
No, that's an interesting choice. That is, assuming you can make something of it.
I can. The war between the sexes. Thousands of years of conflict summed up in 90 minutes of terror. Guy shows a little attention to a woman, whammo, she tries to destroy his entire life.
Oh, come on, Dennis. That's completely unfair. That woman was justified in being upset. Look, here you have a married man. He takes advantage of a lonely woman, and when things get a little uncomfortable for him, he just throws her away like old garbage. I mean, how do men think they can get away with such blatant disregard of women's feelings anyway?
Yeah. And that gives her the right to break into their house, kidnap their kid, and boil their bunny?
Well, she got her point across, didn't she?
God, I feel sorry for any guy who ever gets involved with you.
And I thought next week for your birthday, I'd throw this big party. We'll invite 50 of our closest friends.
Honey, wait.
Is 50 not enough?
No, it's fine. There's something I have to tell you.
Is something wrong?
Yes, no, I don't know. It was a harmless little...
What?
I hope you'll understand. I kissed Maria.
No. You what? Oh, no!
I'm sorry,
On the cheek or on the mouth?
No.
Open or closed?
Open, but it meant nothing.
You and Maria must have had a fine laugh on me yesterday when she was visiting, and I left you two alone. Wait, do you smell something?
Yes, I thought you were cooking a brisket. Oh my God! She's boiled my leather jacket.
You mean she's in the house?
Mommy, Daddy, help!
Erica!
She's mine. She's my child. She's not yours.
Maria, what are you doing?
If I can have your lips, at least I can have your baby.
Maria, please, take him. He's not worth it. I don't care anymore. Just don't steal my baby.
It's too late for deals, hun. You haven't heard the last of me. This is just the beginning.
This is insane! All I did was kiss her.
Oh, I hate you! I hate you! I hate you!
Simone, wait.
Eric, do you mind if I finish my report before you criticize it?
Oh, sure, sorry.
Which may not have been an accurate depiction of any specific event in the Russian Revolution, but it showed the disintegration of the Russian bourgeoisie symbolized by Dr. Zhivago, who I doubt very much looked like Omar Sharif.
Good one.
Very good, Simone. Very good indeed. Eric, you had some problems with this?
No.
Are you having some problems?
I'll say so. He's certainly been acting strange lately.
I've been acting strange lately?
Yes, you've been acting
Mr. Moore, I'm fine, really.
Okay. Call me strange, but I'd like to continue with the class. So, who wants to be next?
Most experts agree that the film In Cold Blood accurately depicted one of the most brutal murders in U.S. history. The blood alone was so...
I thought that you were going to be discussing a cartoon or an American Tale.
Well, I began the report, but then I thought, who really cares about immigrant mice? So I switched to In Cold Blood.
Well, why don't we just pick up there Monday morning, okay?
Bye.
Eric, can we talk?
In a minute, I want to talk to Simone first, okay?
No,
Simone,
it's really important.
just give me a minute, okay?
No, not okay, Eric. You have to live up to your responsibilities. Don't do something you're gonna regret.
Responsibility and regret, 2 out of 3 R's.
Look, Eric, I want to know what's going on. You've been acting crazy all week and avoiding me.
Okay, I'll tell you why. Because you've been hounding me all week.
Hounding you? What, are you crazy?
All right, what about calling my house 5 times last night?
Yeah.
I just wanted to tell you that Mr. Moore set a deadline for the assignment, and if you weren't going to do it with me, I'd have to get someone else. Who wants to work with someone so paranoid?
I'm paranoid.
He's paranoid.
You're schizo.
Schizo, you're psycho!
Excuse me, I'm faculty. What is going on?
I can sum it up, Mr. Moore. You saw Fatal Attraction?
Yes?
Welcome to the high school version.
Look, I kissed Maria and she's been obsessing on me ever since.
You kissed Maria?
I was gonna tell you, but Glenn Close over here wouldn't give me a chance. It was nothing.
You're not kidding, it was nothing, Eric. I completely forgot about it.
This was after I said I'd go out with you?
It's not a big deal. She was there. She expected it. I didn't want to disappoint her.
Disappoint me? Eric, to tell you the truth, I didn't even want to kiss you. I just kissed you because you look so pathetic. I felt sorry for you.
You kissed Maria just because she was there?
You're a drowning man.
Next you'll be telling me you were thinking of me at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Well...
Eric, the very day I say I'll go out with you, you start cheating on me? You're just not ready yet.
No.
Well, Mr. Moore, here's my project. Fatal Attraction, How It Divides People. I'll take an A+, thank you very much.
Not so fast. Do you care to put this in a historical context?
Historical?
Context, yeah.
Sure. You get two warring factors.
Thanks. I didn't think so. Look, one of the things that movies do, some of them well, some of them not too well, is show us who we are at a particular point in time. So, Fatal Attraction is not just a thriller. It also reflects our fears about intimacy, AIDS, male-female relationships, perhaps even also a little backlash and anger directed toward the feminist movement.
I couldn't have said this better myself.
I know.
I can't believe you guys made me out to be some crazy lunatic.
See, one thing that movies really like to do is take the most vivid aspect of a contemporary problem and then manipulate it, in this case, to frighten us. So we all have fun being frightened. Movie makers have fun selling us those tickets. Now, it's good that we pay attention to what the movie's trying to say, but I think it's really important that we not confuse the movie with real life.
I'm sorry, Maria.
It's okay.
False alarm! Well, I think the important thing is we all learned a little something about ourselves.
No. Someone's got to pay for this, Dennis.
Oh, yeah, you see, I knew it. The third R, here it is, revenge.
I think she means reimburse.
Exactly. For the tapes. They're over $16.
Take care of it, Dennis.
Why me?
Because you started this whole thing.
I'm not paying.
I think you'd better.
Because if you don't, I'll boil your bunny.
Mr. Moore, I understand you and the IHP had an interesting lesson today on the topic of movies.
Yes, I was quite successful.
Did you happen to discuss my favorite movie?
Hello, Dolly?
My Dinner with Andre.
Really? You surprised me.
You know what I liked about that movie? It had no story. No heavy plot, no female involvement, just two lonely guys discussing life over dinner.
Yeah, well, maybe we could talk about this some other time.
Well, why not now while it's fresh on our minds? Come on, I'll take you to dinner.
Well, you know, I had some bad popcorn last week.
Come on. Pay for it. Come on.
Hi, Alan. Hi.
Hey, Mr. Moore.
Hey, excuse me. Alan, you seem upset.
No, I'm fine. I'm fine, really.
You sure?
No, I'm not fine. You guys might as well know. Martha Cabot and I have... We aren't... We just...
You broke up?
Sorry.
It's okay. I really need my friends right now.
Hey, Alan, I know what you're going through. I mean, I'm the poster boy for rejection.
Please, just go on with the lesson.
If you want to talk about this after class.
I'll be fine.
Okay. So,
Oh, Mr. Moore, could you wait a minute, please? I just have to know what happened.
Come on, Alan. What went wrong? Did she find out you'd experimented with marijuana in your youth?
wait a minute. Let's show a little concern for a friend here. I mean, he's suffering from a heart wound. We don't need to rub salt in it. You know, let's give him a chance to heal here. I think he'd appreciate a little privacy.
Right. I called her at least 3 times a day. I sent her stuff, love notes, cards, flowers, and cute little gifts. She said I was smothering her. I said that was nonsense. And we argued, and as usual, she had 2 or 3 things to shoot down everything I said. There was no way I could win, so I caved. I told her I changed my personality. Oh, that was like a little puppy dog.
Maybe she didn't like you licking her face.
And then last night she phoned, and she said that I was getting too serious. And then she just wanted to be friends.
Okay. Listen, Alan, if you'd like to be excused from class for a few minutes.
No, I'll be fine.
You're certain?
Well, maybe if you wouldn't mind doubling up on my homework, it might help take my mind off of things.
Yeah, sure. No deal. Well, all down through history, every time it's been decided that the end does justify the means.
Oh, I was so happy.
And so we can conclude that South Korea provoked North Korea into an invasion.
Alan?
Oh, yes, I suppose that's right.
Right? He just said South Korea started the Korean War.
Oh, no, that's wrong.
Debate him.
Oh, well, we have the UN resolution, and, I don't know the exact one, but we have it. And, well, it was voted on by a lot of countries, ours, England, France. So who are you going to believe, him or me?
Helen, what's the matter with you? You're not concentrating.
I'm sorry. Can I try again, please?
Try again? It's a debate. There is no try again. There's a buzzer and you're out of here.
I'll get it together. I'm sorry, everybody. I know I'm letting you guys down.
Ah, you'll be okay, Alan. You'll get your act together.
Oh, yes, we have until Saturday.
Uh-huh.
Sure. You going?
The city debating championship is Saturday, and he's out with sprained brain.
It's tidy bowl time.
He couldn't win an argument with a parrot.
Alan. Alan? I want to talk to you.
Darlene, I know I've been acting childish.
That's not what I was going to say, Alan.
What?
Look at me. I've seen how much you've been hurting for the past few days. And I just want you to know how much it hurts me to see you hurt.
Sympathy from you, Darlene? This isn't like you.
Alan? Alan, would you listen to me? How do you know what I'm like? You never see the real me. And I know I'm to blame because for some crazy reason I always hide the way I feel. I have just been such a fool.
What do you mean?
Well, I should have told you how I felt a long time ago. It's just that we're so alike, you and I, afraid to show our emotions.
Yeah.
The truth is, Alan, I have always been attracted to you. I just thought that you'd laugh at me if I ever told you.
Darlene, I had no idea.
Of course not. By the time I got up the courage to tell you, it's when you started seeing her.
Her? That's over.
No, it is not over, Alan. It's not over until you put her out of your mind. It's not over until you put her out of your heart. And Alan, I just want you to know that when that time comes, I'll be waiting.
Darlene. Darlene, you've changed my life. I don't know what to say.
There's nothing to say, Alan. I know just how you're feeling because I'm feeling the same way. It's just incredible.
Yeah, it is incredible. I mean, just a few days ago, I was crushed. Now, thanks to you.
Shh. People are watching.
I don't care.
Not here, Alan. I'll see you in class.
I guess so.
Darlene? Huh? You and Alan? I didn't realize you were that lonely.
You can't be serious. Of course I'm serious.
But Alan? I mean, he's so
starched? I know. But you know what really attracts me to him, Simone? It's the way he's always trying so hard to hide his vulnerability.
Oh, come on, Darlene. You and Alan have always been rivals.
Love shows itself in funny ways.
Well, let's talk about the civilian-military confrontation of 1951, the big one. President Truman fired General MacArthur. Was he right? Was he wrong? Any ideas? Harvey?
Truman said, and I quote, "I fired him because he wouldn't respect the authority of the president. I didn't fire him because he was a dumb SOB, although he was."
That's good, Harvey. Alan?
Well,
Oh, give it up, Mr. Moore. The boy's a vegetable.
No, he's not. Tell them, honey.
Okay, I will. A World War I Army major, Harry S. Truman, told a five-star General Douglas MacArthur how to run a war. Now, we did it in Korea, and we did it again in Vietnam. Now, it seems to me that if we are going to commit ourselves to a war, then we ought to make a final commitment, and that is to win.
That's the Alan I know!
That's the one I know, too. Distorting facts in support of a questionable point, but done very convincingly.
Thank you.
Alan, that was a marvelous performance.
Yours was pretty impressive, too. See you tomorrow.
All righty.
See ya.
Homework?
Yeah. Darlene, Can I talk to you for a moment?
Sure. Be right with you, baby.
Listen, about you and Alan.
I know. You've watched us day after day, fighting like cats and dogs. Nothing in common except our mutual distaste for one another's point of view. And then suddenly, we're in love, and you think it's strange.
No, I don't think it's strange. I mean, just before the big debate, Alan's had his ego crushed because his girlfriend has dumped him, and yet your love for him is rejuvenating his powers of elocution. I don't find that strange at all.
Do you remember Alan's philosophy? The end justifies the means?
Yeah, situational ethics.
Exactly. I'm just doing what I have to do. Love him till we win the debate.
What about post-debate letdown? It could be sort of painful for Alan.
Mr. Moore, don't worry. I'll let him down easy. It's my specialty.
And as Dwight D. Eisenhower once said, it is hard for a mere man to believe that a woman doesn't already have equal rights.
Mere man is afraid that if woman were made equal to him, she'd be his superior. And that's not Eisenhower, that's Socrates.
Thank you, girls. We'll take 5 minutes before the next event.
Hi, Bernadette. How's it going?
Hi. What are you doing here on a Saturday?
Well, I just want to see how the team is doing. You know, I think sometimes these things produce surprises.
Well, there's always something surprising at these debates. They're scored just like a track meet. Each team competes in 11 events throughout the school, individual and team debates, expository, that's a prepared speech with props and charts, advocacy, arguing a governmental position, extemporaneous, with notes, impromptu, without notes.
Believe it or not, Bernadette, we had debating in Idaho.
There's our first surprise.
Miss Mayor.
Excuse me.
How's the score?
We're doing great in advocacy. We're falling behind in extemporaneous.
In plain English, we're getting murdered.
No way, Dr. Samuels. Thanks to Darlene here, we just won another first.
Erasmus, just one elocution.
We're tied.
It's us and them for all the marbles. Go get it, Tiger.
Oh, that means we'll be debating Martha Cabot.
Alan, I'm here, remember?
Right, let's get him. Here's Martha. What am I doing here? I am not going to be any good.
Alan, look at me. You are strong, you are brilliant, you are a winner. And there just happens to be a very beautiful young woman in love with you.
There is? Who?
Alan.
Right. I'm sorry. I'm fine.
Alan, you're more than fine. You are a speech and debate stud.
Let's get started, please.
Alan,
Nice to see you again, Martha.
wrong. I know you're uncomfortable after what I did to you.
I'm handling it.
I don't think so. Your eyes are bloodshot, your hair has lost its luster, and that is the worst Windsor knot I have ever seen.
Well,
You're stammering. And I just realized I'm taller than you are.
That's it. My knees are turning to fudge.
Alan, you can do it.
Today's final event is the spar. 2 speakers from each team. The topic is, government's right to secrecy is more important than the people's right to know.
Boy, do I agree with that. We're gonna kill him.
Erasmus will speak for the motion. Fillmore, against.
Against?
You have 1 minute to prep.
This country is free, yes. But if we have to give up a little of that freedom temporarily so that we may remain eternally free, then I say amen.
In a democracy, the people's right to know is fundamental. Secrecy breeds tyranny. Now some take the opposite view, I know. One such person said, "It is the absolute right of the state to supervise the formation of public opinion." The speaker was Joseph Goebbels. The place, Nazi Germany. Thank you.
Slips.
I can't believe I made such a great speech on something I don't even believe in.
The silver medal goes to Erasmus High. The gold to Fillmore.
Very nice.
Well, thanks to the love of a good woman, I was able to pull myself together.
Alan, can I speak to you for a moment? In the hall?
Sure, honey cakes.
Alan, you weren't half bad.
I was good, and you know it.
Wrong, but good. You were even moderately exciting. Well, listen, maybe we could get together and you could buy me dinner.
Maybe.
Just as long as it's not that horrible Thai food you like.
She's tough but fair. Yeah. I don't know, Mr. Moore. She hurt me once. Do you think I could live through that kind of rejection again?
Actually, if you feel like talking after your conversation with Darlene, I'll be around.
Okay, thanks. I might take you up on it.
Sure.
It all depends on how Darlene handles it.
How Darlene handles what?
Oh, come on, Mr. Moore, you've seen her. I mean, she's hopelessly in love with me. Head over heels time. Can't say that I blame her.
Yeah, well, it may not be that head over heels, you know.
I wish that were true. The fact is, I'm not that interested in her. I mean, sure, it was just what my ego needed after the Martha disaster, but, I haven't had the heart to tell her until after the debate was over. I mean, she could have completely crumbled. Had to think of the team.
Come with me. Well, you know, it's terrific. You two, you really deserve each other.
Yeah, we're both winners.
Yeah. Tell him.
Tell him what?
Tell him.
Okay. Alan, I told you that I loved you so you would get over Martha and be able to function at the debate.
You did that to me?
Well, I had to. I couldn't risk us losing.
Tell her.
That was cold.
Tell her.
Darlene, I pretended to be in love with you until after the debate was over.
You pretended?
I had to. I figured if I told you the truth, you'd lose it.
Oh, that was low, Alan.
Okay, so you deceived him. You manipulated her.
But we won the debate.
Yeah, situational ethics.
Yeah, but what did you really win? I mean, what do you know about each other now?
Well, I know how I feel about Darlene. You're a Machiavellian reptile.
That's beautiful coming from an amoral, sadistic slime ball.
Are we saying that the end doesn't always justify the means? I'm going to leave the two of you to work this out between yourselves. I just want to congratulate you on your personal triumphs today.
So?
So?
Okay, I guess maybe I shouldn't have led you on.
Maybe I shouldn't have pretended it was working. You know, it was kind of nice you and me being friendlier for a change.
Yeah, it was nice. The debate was great, wasn't it?
Yeah. You were ruthless.
You were vicious.
You were acid.
You were ice.
I just love the way you made that guy from Midwood cry.
Yeah.
Dinner tonight?
I'd love to. Dennis, are you all right?
I'm fine.
Dennis, you're crying.
Please just go away. I don't want anybody to see my feminine side.
I had no idea that you could be this vulnerable.
No one does. Everybody around here just thinks of me as a class clown.
Well, Dennis, is there anything that I could do to help you?
No. I was dating this girl. And she just dumped me. Just out and out dumped me for no reason. And I wouldn't even care for myself. It's just, I got everybody counting on me for the academic meet next week. And I'm just afraid I'm gonna let everybody down. If I could just feel loved.
Oh, Dennis. No way.
So it is difficult to imagine the shock felt by the British public when King Edward VIII announced his abdication to marry the love of his life, Wallis Simpson.
I've always thought that was the most romantic event in history. A king giving up his throne for a woman.
I wouldn't give a woman my seat on the subway.
Of course you wouldn't. Where would you sleep at night?
Actually, marrying for love is relatively trendy. Until this century, marriage was primarily an economic institution. Parents arranged marriages. Often there was a dowry.
And even in India, the bride might come with a water buffalo, a chicken, and a couple of jackasses.
You just described my sister-in-law's family.
Mr. Moore, are you trying to say that our socio-economic system evolved from the fact that our forefathers didn't believe in foreplay with our foremothers?
I'm saying that their concept of romantic love might have been a little different from ours.
You know, that's right. I asked my grandma if she loved Grandpa, and she said there wasn't a word in her language for love. But there were 9 words for headache.
Thank you, Arvin.
I'd rather die than not have love in my life. As far as I'm concerned, it's the only reason to marry.
Not in India, Simone. Before I came here, a marriage was arranged for me.
Well, it does solve one problem. You might meet somebody nice, with no fuss, no muss, and, well, let's face it, no rejection.
And at least you don't have to go through the hassle of trying to meet new people. interesting people, right? People we can relate to. Who has time? Who knows where and who knows which people to meet?
Well, but now I'm stuck.
Look, I know that you're not the world's most social group, but you're not living in a vacuum. There are other people out there, and I'm sure that some of them would like to meet people like you.
Well, tell me about it. One of them came to my door a few weeks ago. She needed a nerd for a scavenger hunt.
Mr. Moore, we have agendas. We can't afford to spend our time trying to meet new people. Although I did get lucky once with Martha Cabot.
You call that lucky?
Now, speaking of Martha Cabot, what about all the people that you meet at your academic competitions? I mean, the science fairs, debates you're in.
Well, we just compete. And then we get on the bus, or they get on the bus, and it's over.
Right. By the time our palms stop sweating, they're gone.
Did it ever occur to you that maybe their palms are sweating too? I mean, this is a marriage made in heaven. Put your sweaty little palms together. Make contact.
How would you suggest?
Look, you have minds. Use them. You have a computer. Use it.
Hang on. You're suggesting a computerized dating service for us?
I love it. Data doofus.
Not a dating service. Merely a means of getting acquainted with other students like yourselves from different high schools. It's just a suggestion. You don't have to do it. Of course, I don't have to be sympathetic to your problem if you're not doing anything to solve it.
Well, he's trying to do something. Yo, guys. I see it. This is doable.
Well, come on, find something.
Could we do it on your own time, please?
So you're the new teachers union rep, huh? Let me tell you the way we do things around here, Mr. Moore. The teachers complain to their chapter leader. Too much this, not enough that. Espresso?
No, thank you.
Cappuccino? Cafe au lait?
No, merci.
Anyway, the chapter leader comes and tells me, too much this, not enough that. I say, you're absolutely right. I'll look into it.
Great. Now, what we need now is a new coffee maker for the teacher's lounge.
I'll look into it.
No. I'm just asking you to okay a requisition for a new coffee maker.
What's wrong with the old one?
There is no old one. It's dead.
Okay, you got it.
Thank you. So how long does that take?
Usually takes 6 to 8 weeks.
To get a new coffee maker?
No, before they start processing the request.
What about this one? I mean, you got it in a week.
Unfortunately, this was procured with an administrative request, as opposed to yours, which was a faculty request.
How long does a faculty request take?
Don't hold your breath.
Well, that's outrageous.
You're absolutely right. I'll look into it.
Okay, Arvid, we got your likes and dislikes down. Now, in 10 words or less, who are you?
Well, I'm lonely, but outgoing. Shy, yet assertive. Needy, and giving. Unusual looking.
Good.
Though some say I'm handsome.
Arvid, this isn't gonna fly. Let's go with, classy Manhattan intellectual.
Yeah.
Eclectic interests. Discreet, maybe sensual. A little witty. And,
desperate.
Yeah. Girls! Free computer time. Who wants to be the first one to line up for my computer?
No thanks, not interested, Dennis. Whatever life holds in store for me is not on your floppy disk.
Suit yourself, Darlene.
Forget it, Dennis. I don't believe in advertising for love.
I do. Here.
Sarah?
May as well cover all bases.
Okay. Oh, Jawaharlal, I realize you're on the Indian layaway plan. But, are you interested?
Why not? Besides, how can you cheat on a 5-year-old?
Simone.
No, thanks, Dennis. I'm really not good at blind dates.
Come on, Simone. This program is the cutting edge of male-female compatibility. I can guarantee you I'll find you a soulmate.
Hey, if you don't mind, she's already met her soulmate. It's just a question of when it sinks in, right?
Okay, Dennis, what do you need to know?
Need to start with your favorite things. That would be raindrops on roses or whiskers on kittens.
I don't believe this. You won't go out on a date with me, but you're gonna go out with some guy from Bronx Science who eats bananas with his mouth open?
All I'm doing is answering a few questions. What's the big deal?
Okay, that's enough of the all-new dating game. Back to the good old game of dates. I like to call it history.
Okay, Dennis, you've had enough time. Give me a name.
Come on, Arvid, you can't rush this kind of thing. Romances aren't made overnight.
Dennis, a guy from Brooklyn Tech called me. He sounds nice. I may even try going out with him. Thanks.
Well, how come she found someone so quickly?
I'm more selective with you, Arvid. I mean, come on, there's not that many girls out there who like Mr. Rogers.
Dennis, I apologize. I was certain this computer thing was just another one of your fiascos. But Muffy Van Pendleton wants to meet me.
Him too. How come everybody's getting fixed up except for me?
Hey, come on, Arvid. I got you a date, remember? Right here. 5'9", blonde, math freak, astronomy buff, chess player, but no, wasn't good enough for you.
It was a guy!
Doesn't mean he was a bad person.
Oh.
Arvid. Oh, Simone. I have found you the perfect match. Look at this. Loves Yates, Mahler, Genet, huh? Not only that, you also both love mung beans and hate biker movies. Could it be more perfect?
Dennis, I changed my mind. I don't think I want to go through with this. I just can't get used to the idea of going out with a stranger.
Simone, deep down, we're all strangers, n'est-ce pas?
I'd like to keep it that way.
Simone, I'm gonna have to ask you to reconsider that.
No, Dennis, that's my final decision.
Well, let me put it this way.
Excuse me, but judging by your description, you must be Dennis Blunden.
That's right.
The name's Oswald Bletch. I'm here to meet Simone Foster.
You what?
Is this timing perfect? This lovely creature right here happens to be Simone.
Simone, hubba.
Well, now that you two have met, I suggest you get better acquainted. I have to go now.
Dennis!
I have to go. Hi, Eric.
I'm sure you two will be very happy together.
Hey, listen, my mom is waiting in the car, so I'll just run down the vital stats for you. 4.0 average at Bronx Science, astronomy club, debate, poetry club, starter on the ping pong team. 2 years, Arthur Murray, ballroom and disco. Princeton, Yale, and Harvard all want me. How about you?
It was nice meeting you. I hope we meet again someday.
So, how's tonight?
I don't think so.
Hey, Simone, look at this. 2 tickets to the Kabuki Theater.
I don't know.
Simone, these people came all the way from Japan.
I'm having dinner with my family.
Great! I'd love to meet them. I'll sell the Kabuki tickets. Family is important. They should get to know me.
They're very shy. You'd be uncomfortable.
Not to worry, they'll love me.
It's a bad time. We're having family problems.
Lean on me.
We're Dutch. We don't lean.
Okay, Saturday night.
I can't. I'm having surgery.
On Saturday night?
Well, early, but not that early.
Simone, look at me. You're not comfortable with lying, are you?
No.
No. So why lie? You're not doing anything Saturday night, and you're not doing anything tonight.
No, not really.
Great, I'll pick you up at 7. Simone, one of my greatest qualities is that I'm tenacious. Did you see the movie Alien?
Yes.
Remember the creature that stuck to the guy's face and wouldn't get off? Like this?
Yes?
That's me. Right there. All the time. In your face.
I thought I knew you from somewhere.
So I'll see you tonight.
Oswald! Oh.
Morning. Hi, guys. Hey, made contact with Muffy last night. She sounds like a real snob. I think we're gonna hit it off. So, how's things with Oswald Belch?
That's Fletch, and don't ask.
Oh, you didn't actually go out with the Poindexter, did you?
I don't want to talk about it.
Simone, you went out with him?
I didn't mean to.
Oh, what do you mean you didn't mean to? How do you accidentally go out on a date?
I can't describe him. He showed up at my house with these kabuki tickets, and he wouldn't leave. I tried to get rid of him. My parents liked him, and next thing you know, we were at the kabuki. He spent half the night under his chair looking for nasal spray. Afterwards, he dragged me to a coffee shop for a veggie burger, and the next thing you knew, we were at the all-night Lena Wertmiller Film Festival.
Yeah, and that's when you realized that the two of you were perfectly matched, am I right?
Wrong. I hated every minute of it. I couldn't wait to get rid of him.
So, how'd you do it?
I didn't. I agreed to go out with him again tonight. What? It's the only way he'd leave.
I don't believe this. All this time you've been turning me down, now 2 nights in a row you're gonna go out with the lead singer of the Chipmunks?
Eric, I can say no to you. I like you.
Is that supposed to make some kind of sense?
You're strong. You're confident. You can take rejection. But this Oswald, he's a manipulative, devious, annoying creep. He's so pathetic, I feel sorry for him. I guess I just want to let him down easy.
Simone, this is sick. Guys like him you don't let down, you push off.
Look, there are some people who are a little more sensitive about other people's feelings than you are.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, what about her feelings?
Oh, what about my feelings, huh?
Excuse me. I guess I should have anticipated this. Just naive, I guess. My suggestion to have you meet other IHP kids via computer seems to have degenerated into Blundin's dating service. And it's not working. Am I right so far?
Oh, no, Mr. Moore, it's working out great. Simone won't go out on a date with me, but she's gonna date some guy she hates.
I am not dating him.
You're going out with him tonight?
No, I'm not.
You just said you were.
I know, but I've got it all planned. I'm gonna hide at Maria's tonight.
You are?
Okay?
Fine. That's not gonna work.
Sure it'll work. That is a very, very bright idea, Simone.
Excuse me again. Simone, what's the matter with telling this guy that you're not interested?
Simone, you're going about this the coward's way.
I know what I'm doing. As long as I avoid Oswald, I'll be okay.
Hello, you goddess of love. Hi, girls.
Oswald, what are you doing here?
I just couldn't wait till this evening to see you. Besides, this way we can make the African insect exhibit before it closes at 5.
We've got a lot of homework.
Homework, Oswald.
Homework? Homework's no problem. I'll help you do it over root beer and cheese doodles.
Well, what's the worst that could happen? Their kids could have his voice and his looks.
Dr. Sam.
If this is about the teacher's lounge, believe me, I have a lot more important things on my mind at the moment.
I'm sure you do, sir, and I know your faculty does, too. So we can just drop those as conversational topics. Let's talk about a simple yet symbolic gesture that only you could make. Just slicing right through that bureaucratic red tape to get us that coffee maker for the teacher's lounge. Your way of saying to your faculty members, hey, I care.
Hey, I don't care.
Mr. Moore? If a girl told you she loved you on Thursday, but that she fell out of love with you on Friday, would you believe her?
Is this about you and Oswald?
Yeah, I can't stand him, but I don't want to hurt his feelings. Know what I mean?
Yeah. Sometimes it's hard to give someone an honest no for an answer. Believe me, I have received my fair share of fake phone numbers in my time.
I've given him every signal girls give guys to let him know I'm not interested. But he just doesn't get it.
Well, I understand that. I mean, one thing I've learned from my gifted students is they don't always get the message.
I get it. No more Miss Nice Guy. I've got to be brutally frank and just tell him I don't want to see him anymore. And I'm going to do it tonight.
Good.
At dinner.
Good.
After the ballet.
Okay, Alan. I'll agree with you. Aaron Burr had a right to be annoyed with Alexander Hamilton. Not enough to waste him in a duel.
Excuse me.
Don't you have a school of your own to go to?
Well, I'm working on a transfer here to Fillmore, and I'm here to drop off my grades.
Oh, no!
Yeah. It'll be great being in class with you guys. And let me tell you something, you could use the competition.
We could use some bug spray.
And I brought a little something for my heartmate. It's a picture of me for your locker.
Oswald, there's something I need to tell you.
Simone, don't you and Oswald want to step out in the hall?
Oswald, it's over.
What's over?
I fell in love with you.
Of course you did.
But then I fell out of love with you. I want you to know I'll never forget you. Goodbye.
You won't forget me. I'll be sitting right next to you in class.
I haven't been fair to you. See, the truth is, and I don't want this to sound harsh, but I don't like you. I never liked you. I seem to have a problem saying no. It's the only reason I went out with you. When I told you I loved you once, it was a lie just to get rid of you. Now, I want this to be perfectly clear. It's not because of another guy or anything else. I just don't like you.
Maybe we should seek counseling.
Oswald, didn't you hear what I said? It's over.
You realize, of course, this could affect my decision to attend school here.
Oswald, it's a tough break, but I sense you're a real fighter deep down. I know you'll probably find someone else.
I'll get over it.
Sure.
I have superior recuperative powers.
Oh, I'm sure you do.
I'll tell you something else. This computer dating is a crock anyway. Dennis, I want my $10 back.
Look, Ozzy, I got you the date. I don't guarantee results.
I want it back.
In your dreams.
Did you see the movie Alien? Remember the creature that stuck to the guy's face and wouldn't get off? Like this? That's me. Right there. All the time. Simone, I'm out of your face. And I'm into his.
Wow, what a nerd.
Dennis, you sold me to him for $10?
Personally, Simone, I thought you were worth a lot more. But the market's a little soft right now.
Dennis, that is not the point, and you know it. Now, my suggestion was simply an attempt to expand everybody's social horizons, not to establish a profit-making enterprise. And I'm sorry that it turned out this way.
No, wait a second, Mr. Moore. Wasn't all bad.
Yeah, some of us met some pretty nice people.
Mm-hmm. And just think, Muffy Van Pendleton paid money to meet me. I'm thrilled.
Sorry, Alan. Muffy stopped payment on her check.
I tell you, this machine makes a great cup of coffee every time.
No, thanks. Time to talk about the teachers' union. I have here a list of items we'll be discussing at our next meeting. I thought I'd give you the chance to preview the agenda. Class sizes. Teacher schedules. New coffee maker. Unnecessary faculty meetings. New coffee maker. Administrator rating system. What? Oh, we're going to start rating the administrators, including you.
You gotta be kidding.
No. Where was it? Docking of paychecks. New coffee maker. Lunch hour duty.
All right. You win. Take it.
Thank you very much. Incidentally, if you could order about a dozen more of these little cups.